All right, yeah. Very good. All right, manual. Now, the front page. อ
Right, Bond. Quick.
Thank